President Trump is trying to figure out his next steps with Iran, but a new report suggests some members of his own team are worried about sparking a full-out war in the region.
Stephanie Bennett joins us live now from London with the latest. Stephanie.
Good morning. Yeah, President Donald Trump's top general is highlighting the potential risks with striking Iran. Now, Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Caine has warned it could lead to the possibility of a prolonged conflict in the region. It comes after the president said last week that if no deal is reached over Iran's nuclear program within the next 10 days, he could take military action. Now, according to that Axios report, they wrote, quote, while Caine was all in on the Venezuela operation, he has been more cautious in the discussions around Iran, two sources said. While Caine sees the stakes of a major operation in Iran as higher, with a greater risk for entanglement and American casualties. President Trump hit back on Truth Social, writing, quote, the story does not attribute this vast wealth of knowledge to anyone and is 100% incorrect. General Caine, like all of us, would like not to see war, but if a decision is made on ongoing against Iran at a military level, it is his opinion that it will be something easily won. President Trump went on to say he'd prefer to make a deal, but if they don't, it will be a very bad day for Iran. For now, the U.S. State Department has ordered all non-essential staff to leave its embassy in Beirut. That's roughly 50 people. And the U.S. is increasing its military presence in the Middle East, including the world's largest warship, the USS Gerald R. Ford. Iran has warned it will retaliate if attacked, with U.S. bases in the region seen as potential targets. Anti-government protests in Tehran picked back up this weekend, and yesterday, the first rallies since January's deadly crackdown by authorities that killed thousands. The government says students can continue, but must not cross red lines like disrespecting the national flag and other sacred items. For now, talks between both sides will continue in Geneva on Thursday. Back to you guys.
Stephanie Bennett, thank you. Let's bring in Fox News contributor and former CIA station chief Dan Hoffman. Dan, short of complete capitulation to U.S. demands on their nuclear program, does Iran have any off-ramps to avoid conflict at this point?
Well, Iran has talked about agreeing to perhaps an interim deal where there may be some agreement on the nuclear program as a way to find that off-ramp you talked about so that the United States would not launch kinetic strikes. But keep in mind that there are so many issues here between the United States and Iran. Remember, the Trump administration withdrew from the JCPOA because there were sunset clauses on Iran's nuclear program, and the JCPOA never addressed Iran's ballistic missile program or their support to proxy terrorists in the region.
For those Americans who are watching the situation in Iran and saying, why are we getting involved? That's a situation over there. I thought Oklahoma Senator and Armed Services Committee member Mark Wayne Mullen had a really interesting analysis of it all on Hannity last night. Listen.
This isn't about regime change. This is about our economy. Like it or not, we have a world economy. We're tied into the world economy, and everything revolves around energy. It does. And with Iran becoming a nuclear threat in that region, they can shut down the Suez Canal, they can shut down the shipping lanes, and they can make oil prices extremely volatile because of just simple threats, because they will be the only nuclear power in the Middle East. The president is looking at this as America First agenda because he can't allow that volatility to take place.
Dan, do you agree? Do you view an attack on Iran as America first?
Well, look, I think that different politicians will find different reasons to support the president's policy, and that's all perfectly fine. I think from my perspective, look, Iran is a threat for those three reasons that I mentioned. The ballistic missiles, the support to proxy terrorists, and most importantly, the fact that Iran wants to enrich uranium and could develop a nuclear capability that would threaten the region and beyond. Imagine if Iran were able to attach a nuclear device to one of those ballistic missiles and threaten the U.S. homeland. That's where I come out on this. Now, we've tried for years to negotiate a deal with Iran. We've pressured Iran. We've got more military assets in the region now than we've had since going back to when we invaded Iraq in 2003. And so the pressure is on, and we need to strike a good deal to protect our national security.
Meantime, if you can believe it, today marks 4 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. Dan, we've had you on for the better part of those 4 years. 4 years in, does Putin have any intention to end this war anytime soon?
He doesn't, and I think on this day it's probably best to celebrate Ukraine's bravery and their courageous soldiers who have protected Ukraine's independence. Look, the Russian enemy is at Europe's gates, and Europe should be thankful to Ukraine for defending the continent. Russia suffered over 1 million casualties. Their unbalanced wartime economy is in horrific shape. And were it not for Russia relying on its axis of dictatorships, that is China and Iran and North Korea, they'd be in even worse shape in this war.
Yeah.
But no, Putin has a high threshold for pain of his own fellow citizens, and I don't see him stopping unless we stop him.
Can't believe it's been 4 years. Dan Hoffman, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.